Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is 9:57 a.m. I just wanted to catch up, have a nice little chit chat video. It's a gloomy day today. It's been so sunny out and today it's just pouring rain and it's honestly kind of nice. It's like very cozy. Gave me the excuse to want to make a hot beveragino.
Did someone say beveragino?
So I made a kind of a London fog with some little lavender sprinkled on top just to be cute and bougie, I suppose. But yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys, hang out. To be honest, I had recorded a Q&A outside that I was really excited about because it just felt like I was catching up with you and I don't know, just sharing a lot of things that have been going on. And I recorded it with my new camera, my new microphone, and the new microphone is just so insanely good that it picked up all of the noise on the road. That's not even that close. It's kind of close, but it picked up everything. So I couldn't use the video because it's just loud car noises throughout the whole thing, which is such a bummer. So I still felt like it was important to catch up with you guys. So I just thought I'd do a little morning video and talk while I'm drinking my beveragino. Ooh, honestly really good. The lavender smells so good and it's from Sage's mom's garden, so that makes it extra special. Whenever I get lavender in a bouquet or something, I always dry it out on the window and then keep it because it's my favorite. There's Henry. Hi buddy. He's a wet dog. I'm sitting in my little new corner. I'm doing a video, doing a makeover of this room, but it's not done because there's a part that Sage has to build before it's done and we haven't done that yet. So that video will be coming soon, but for now, it's just a really nice, cozy place to film and hang out. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for 100K. Literally insane. So yeah, I just wanted to chat. I just feel like 2020 has been such a shit show, but I honestly believe it's for, I think some good things are gonna come out of all of this. I don't know, that's just my positive mindset, but I feel like I'm just so different than 6 months ago or whatever. I don't know, I think a lot of you guys can relate to this too, but I just feel like I've been so, feeling called to work on myself, doing self-work and get to know myself better and really diving in, journaling and meditating and I'm doing this manifestation course that's really, really cool, and I really want to do it and finish it, but I need to be uninterrupted for it, which is not really possible around here. So I think I talked about this on the podcast, but I think I'm gonna go on a little retreat, aka take myself to an Airbnb somewhere around here and just totally do the course and get into it because it's so cool and just the most interesting thing. I've been learning so much, getting really into the spiritual vibes, learning about clear cognizance and all these cool things. So I just feel like my eyes are opening so much and I just feel really in tune with, or I want to get more in tune with my spiritual side. Yeah, I talked about this when I did the Q&A that will never see the light of day, but someone asked what has been my biggest lesson so far this year, and I definitely feel like I've had a lot of big lessons this year, I feel like everyone has, but my biggest one was that I'm the one that's in control of my life, no one else. And I actually got a psychic reading, I think in April, and she kept saying that you're in control of your life, you know, just reminding me that I shouldn't hand over my control to anybody else. And that's been a big learning curve because as my following is growing, I'm getting more people contributing their opinions and sometimes mean comments and things, and for a while I was really letting it get to me, really get to me, and I was so upset and just unhappy thinking about what everyone was saying 24/7, and I was just not doing well. I was drinking all the time because I just couldn't deal with my thoughts, and it was not good. So I don't know, I've been reading this book Letting Go by David Hawkins, which has been mind-blowing, super eye-opening, and I like to tell everyone this on my podcast too, but when you get into like spiritual readings and things, like you just have to kind of take what you like and leave what you don't, because sometimes some things are they seem really, really woo-woo. Like I'm down for some woo-woo, but sometimes it's just like, it just doesn't seem very realistic at all. So yeah, just take what you like and leave what you don't, I guess. But it's really great to expand your ideas and way of thinking. But anyway, that book's been a big game changer, just because it's like you have control over what makes you upset to an extent, you know? But like if you're in a bad mood, you can either choose to try to do things to get you out of it, or like do something to make you feel better, or you can choose to just like sit and be in that bad mood and take it out on everyone else. And I'm just like trying to be really, really conscious of how I'm feeling and my emotions, which I haven't always been, because I have like all air in my chart and literally 0 water in my astrological chart. So I'm not really that aware of my emotions until it's like in hindsight, you know, or they show up like on my, like physically, like if I'm stressed out, I'll get a headache, or my shoulders will get tense, or I'll break out or something, but I didn't even realize that I was stressed, you know? So I'm just trying to really like get in touch with that, because I really want to just be my best self. Like really though, like I'm really committed lately to just diving into it and getting into it. Yeah. And I always say this on the podcast too, but I just wanted to say this in case anyone needs to hear it. Like, working on yourself is not selfish. It's actually the opposite, because when you work on yourself, it benefits everybody around you. When you're striving to be your best self, your family benefits, your friends benefit, you know, your co-workers benefit, everything benefits, because when you're more grounded and centered and like feeling good in yourself, you just have more room to help people and like react from a non-selfish way, I guess, because you're confident and you don't have to bring your own like ego and like bullshit into situations. Does that make sense? So I don't know, it's not selfish. So if you need someone to tell you that it's okay to work on yourself, like I'm here to tell you it. Like, go to therapy, meditate, read books, listen to podcasts, journal, like whatever it is that you need to do, like do it. Yeah, because you won't regret it. And I also feel really lucky that I've been learning this like at such a young age. Oh, I ate lavender. Tastes fine, it's just kind of crunchy. I'm really glad that I started learning this at a young age, because I just want to level up, and I've always feel like I've been, you know, older than my age, but I really want to have kids soon. Whenever Sage will plant the seed, shit. But who knows when that's gonna be. As of now, we said in the new year, like next year, we're gonna really talk about it, have a serious conversation about it, and kind of plan out like when we want to start trying. So that's exciting. But I just really want to, I feel like it's so important to do a lot of this self-work before having kids, because then I can, you know, be a better mom, or be the best mom I can be, and pass like these things on to my kids. That's a whole nother topic. My baby fever, it's not even baby fever. Like, is it even considered baby fever if it's been the same for like 5 years? I think it's just a constant. But some of my friends are starting to have babies, or just like acquaintances or people that I know, or people similar to my age, and it's just like, oh my god. I just really feel like that's the most important thing I'm gonna do, and that's like all I can think about in terms of goals. Like everything that I want for goals, which is another thing, like manifestation, you know, encourages you to visualize your goals like super, super clearly, and write out exactly what you want in your life. And whenever I do that, it's always around kids. Like, it's like kids are like the first thing that I think of, and then after that, it's like when I picture my dream house, I picture my kids in the house, you know? So, oh man, I just can't wait. But my psychic said that kids are a part of my life purpose, so that made me really happy. But yeah, this is another thing I want to talk about too. So in this doing manifestation, like I just said, you have to kind of visualize your dream house, your dream life. And I did this journal prompt. I talked about it on Instagram, where you write out what you visualize as your most authentic self. I'll link that journal prompt down below. I highly recommend it. It was really amazing. So yeah, I'll link that down below. But you visualize your most authentic self and you write out like who your most authentic self is. And I wrote this whole thing. Part of it was that my most authentic self like really cares about the planet and makes decisions that will, you know, help the planet, not hurt it, or just to be more conscious. And so then the next thing in the journal prompt was like, what are some steps you can take to get closer to your most authentic self? And so I came up with some things that I can do right now. And I talk about this on Instagram, but like going to the farmer's market every week and getting my produce from there is a huge thing that I just was like, whoa. I don't know why in my head, like I thought that I had to wait to do all this. Like for some reason I had this barrier of like everything has to be perfect and I have to be like super rich and already living in my dream house and just like have a whole family and everything before I start doing these steps. But it's like, no, you should do it now, because taking these steps gets you closer to, you know, what you're visualizing. So yeah, I've been going to the farmer's market every week, which is so fun. It's the best time. All the produce is from Washington. It's so fucking delicious. Like it's insane, because I was buying organic stuff before from Whole Foods or whatever grocery store, but the taste just does not compare. Like the local produce is so freaking good. The berries and the kale, and it's just like, and the tomatoes, oh my god. So that's been really, really fun and just feels really, really good. And that's also another thing that these courses talk about, is like you have to really pay attention to how you feel like doing things. So this is just another reminder to anyone, like listen to your gut and listen to how you feel, because if you feel really, really good, like that means you're on the right path. And if you don't feel good, that means you should, you know, stop or like reevaluate, you know, why you feel like that or what situation is making you feel like that. Like it could be with friends, or you know, even like walking into a restaurant and getting bad vibes, or walking into like a party, not right now, but just in general, and just feeling like bad vibes. It's like really important to pay attention to the vibes. The vibes, man, very important. Those videos caught me in my prime time, because I'm always really in my, I don't know, not in my feels, I guess, but like this is when I normally journal. So I'm just vibing, guys, just vibing. Some other things I started to do, like to be closer to my authentic self. Like now we have a compost and we're making a worm bin outside. We're like growing some veggies here, and I stopped ordering like all this shit from Amazon. I realized, like I had this huge aha moment. I don't know when it was, but I was having a really terrible day, like really probably the worst day I've had in years. And I had been drinking whiskey since noon, and I was like, Sage, can you please like just take me somewhere? Like I'm gonna leave my phone at home, like just drive me around somewhere nice. And so we went to Carnation in Duval, which is in Washington, maybe like 25-30 minutes away from where we live now. And it's just all these farmlands that are in this big valley, and it's like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I never really, because Sage grew up on a farm, and like we always go to his mom's farm, and I never really thought that I wanted a farm. But then going there, I really like, it just was like, because I do want a farm. And then we started talking about it, and in the last couple months we've really been getting down to what we actually want. And we want like a really big property, like 10, 15, 20 acres, just like so much land. And I really, really, really want to, this is like my dream. Okay, so this is like what I write in my manifestation journal or whatever. This is what it is. So this is my dream shit. So hop on the train with me. So we'll have this huge property, and we bring in people that are like experts in their field and different types of farming, right? So like, I don't know, just an example. Someone that specializes in like a certain type of organic tomato crossbreed or something, or like, I don't even know. Like some people that just are the best of the best and love farming and love what they do, and just bring in all these people into the farm that will make the best, most delicious fruits and vegetables. And I want to have like goats and cows, like the fluffy cows. And I also, if we had a really big property, like I'd love to have a place where people could board horses too, just so we have horses on the property, but they're not necessarily like mine. Like I just want it to be a place where people can like come and gather and like, you know, feel at home, or make make a space that they feel at home, I guess. But yeah, and I want to have a massive flower garden. I want to have roses like all around the house. So when I open the window, it smells like fucking roses. Yes, I'm literally cottagecore vibes as hell. Yeah, the house is gonna have windows everywhere. I want to have a greenhouse, like a greenhouse with all windows, glass windows out in the like flower garden that has like a table in it, so we can have meals out there. In the winter when it's raining, I can still go out there and like have my coffee and journal or whatever, like surrounded by a garden in the rain. Pretty dope. So here's my like dream, because I realized that what actually like brings me a lot of joy and fulfillment is like hosting and gathering people together in community, and just like providing a space for people. Like nothing makes me happier than setting the table, like making the napkins all nice and coordinated, and getting different placemats and tablecloths, and putting flowers and candles, and putting on the music, and like having the food and the wine. And it just like brings me so much joy. It's insane, which makes sense because I have a bajillion planets in my house of like home. So I just love it so much, and I realize like that is what would make me feel most fulfilled and happy, and like feel like I'm helping or doing something that's like doing something doing something positive, is like having a bed and breakfast and a restaurant and a cafe. Maybe all three, that'd be dope. But yeah, definitely a bed and breakfast where it's just like the most beautiful place you've ever been. Like it's so well done that you walk in and you feel completely at home no matter where you're from, you know? Like you walk in and it just feels like home. You're so comfortable, you're so cozy. The rooms are just beautiful, and there's like, because I went to a couple places where people come from all over, and then at mealtime you have like family meals or community meals or whatever, so everyone comes out of their rooms and dines together in one long table. And it was like that when I went to Guatemala, and we just met the coolest people, and everyone was talking, and it just was like such a unique and really nice, lovely experience that I definitely want to do that. Where like obviously if they don't want to have a community meal, like we can have the meal sent to the room or whatever, but like I want it to be a place where people who want to meet people will go. Like really interesting, cool people from all over the world will come and like meet and make friends and talk and share stories and network and all of that, and just feel really good and feel comfortable, because you have to feel comfortable in a space to be able to open up. Like that's something that I really learned a lot about in New York, because we went to so many restaurants all the time, and I just feel like besides now I've been traveling a lot and just experiencing all these places, and Austin honestly was a huge like expander for me, because we went to this one restaurant that was just the best vibes, the most immaculate vibes. Why can't I remember? I'll try to link it down below. I'll try to find it. But it's just like when you're in one of those restaurants or bed and breakfast or hotels or whatever that you feel so good at, it's just the most wonderful experience. Like you get so much more out of it, and honestly every time I go to a place like that, I feel like it changes me like for the better. I have so many deep thoughts, and I really like get to know myself better, and I just leave feeling recharged. So that's what I want basically. Like I want a place for people to feel recharged and home and comfy, and like a place that they want to stay a while. That's the thing that I kept thinking when I was journaling, like a place where they want to stay a while. So a restaurant where they want to stay till closing and have drinks in the back, you know, like just all these amazing places. And I want it all to be farm to table, so I want all of these amazing gardens that I have at my house to go to like provide all the veggies and stuff, and like provide the eggs for the chickens on our property, or all of that. I want it to be provided from our place, our house, our property. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, that's just something I'm like really trying to focus on and be like, and Sage is totally on the same page too, because he really wants a big property. Like he grew up on a big property. It'll be interesting to see how that all unfolds, but I'm really excited about that idea. And side note, once COVID is kind of, I don't know when that will be, but kind of calm down a little bit, I want to start like an in-person community in Seattle with my subscribers and followers. So I'm not sure exactly what that'll look like. I had some ideas before COVID happened, but yeah, I just definitely want to bring in the in-person community, because that's what's so special to me. Like whenever I've done meetups, everyone always makes friends at the meetups. They've never met before. The only thing they have in common is that they subscribe or follow me. And then they make friends and they end up staying friends and hanging out and like exchanging numbers. Happened a couple times, like they would meet there and then they'd go get drinks or like go get dinner together after, and they'd just met. They'd all exchange numbers. It's like the most amazing thing that just blows my mind. So like I would love to do that more, because, you know, community and having your people is so important. And yeah, getting emotional. So yeah, that's what's new with me. So basically, I want to have this fucking cool ass property, huge, crazy gardens, most delicious vegetables, like animals, like babies running around everywhere. Just, yeah. And I honestly think it would be really cool too. Like, I don't know the logistics or whatever, but if, like, for instance, if we were bringing in these people that are experts at growing certain types of vegetables or whatever, like, I would love to have them live on the property too, you know, like have different houses, only if they want to, of course, but like if that was something they would want to do, I think it'd be so cool to have that. So then like at dinner sometimes we'd all would come together and talk about the farm and like, oh my god, so cool. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I've really been getting into like flowers and plants and veggies and stuff recently, even more than usual, but I'm just trying to fill the house up with plants all the time and outside. Yeah, but I've been doing really good recently. A couple of you guys asked that, like, are you actually happy? Like, it looks like you're so happy, but are you actually? And I have been doing really well recently. Like, I feel like I'm just in a good groove. So that's exciting. This camera has definitely like sparked my creativity again, because I didn't even realize I wasn't feeling that creative before, but now that I have this, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much I want to do, there's so much I want to film. Like, I want to get better editing, I want to have better music, all this stuff. So that's been really cool. And I'm taking photos again. Like, I'm actually getting into doing photos on the camera, which that was my first introduction to anything creative. Like, my freshman year of high school, I got a Canon Rebel T3i, and I would take so many photos, and I do shoots every single week for my blog. And yeah, so it's been really nice to get back into that, and just, I don't know, it just brings me a lot of joy editing. And I made some presets. This is not trying to plug, but not all of you guys follow me on Instagram, so I have been editing my photos a certain way, and people really liked it and they asked me how I edited it. So I'm selling them as presets. So I'll have those down below if you want to buy them. But yeah, and it's been really fun seeing, like, I ask people to tag me if they use it, and it's been really cool seeing like the photos using the presets. But yeah, so that's that. I'm just trying to stack coin right now. Honestly, just trying to stack coin, save up for that 20-acre farm, work on myself, get ready to like get this house done. Which is taking a long time, but you know, decor is expensive and can't buy it all at once. I can't buy it all at once, so we're just going room by room. Yeah, but I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Honestly, I just want to hear how you guys are doing, you know? Let's talk in the comments. Like, I feel like there's been certain videos where the comments are super open and everyone wants to talk. So I want to do that again. Like, how are you guys actually doing? Have you been, like, do you feel like this time has been really hard and now it's getting better and you're kind of seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel, or feeling like you're doing a lot of self-work, or has it just been like you feel really lost, or I don't know, like, how's it been for you guys? Because I know everyone's in such different situations. And obviously I feel really, really lucky, and it's like such a privilege to be able to do all this, like stay home, stay safe, and you know, just be able to create at home and have time to journal and meditate and all these things. Like, I know that's a huge privilege, and I'm very, very, very grateful for it. Yeah, but yeah, just tell me how you guys are doing. How the hell are you, really? Like, really, how are you? We're going to a cabin in Squim with Sage's dad and stepmom this weekend, so I wanted to make sure to get a video up, because I know I've been doing a lot of sponsorships, and that is just purely like it's a learning curve, because before now I didn't have to really schedule out my videos, Like I didn't have to be that professional with it. I could just kind of like do things here and there. But now this last month has been a big learning curve because it's just not working. Like what I've been doing is not working. So bear with me. I'm sorry if there's a bunch of sponsorships in a row. That's purely like lack of planning and time management on my part. So it's been quite an adjustment. Yeah, but I hope you guys are all doing well. Sending you so much love. I can't believe there's 100,000 of you. It's literally insane. My high school had 400 people and I got really nervous to speak at assemblies. Like 100,000 people. Oh, such a huge milestone. I got so emotional about it on Instagram if you guys saw, but it really has been like this milestone that I've been reaching for a long time. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I just can't wait to see where this channel goes, you know? Sending you guys all my love, honestly, like just sending the good vibes and the love through the camera. And I hope you have a great weekend, doing something that makes you happy, and I hope you're taking care of yourself and giving yourself a lot of grace. It's hard time right now, and it has been a hard time for months and months. So much has been happening. So yeah, just give yourself extra grace. Like just let yourself feel what you want to feel, and yeah. But I'm here for you guys. Don't hesitate to reach out, and yeah, love you guys. I will see you very soon. Thanks for chatting with me.